Hi guys, Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to my post-budget पे Charcha part 2. Um, so yesterday I come live and I told you that I'll be telling about top 10 features of today's budget. And wow, it was such a happening budget today. The market swung like anything. In the initial, like first half an hour or so, it went down a little bit, almost 50 points on Nifty, I guess it was down. It went up, it regained its momentum, was in positive for a long time, and after listening to some major impacts, some major news, what started happening was it started crashing, it started falling like anything. In fact, everyone knows that the Nifty went down today by more than 250 points. It was like, my God, it was just crashing, 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 and like anything. So, what I have done today is that, yes, of course, I'm going to talk about 10 major points. I'm sure many of you might have got a lot of posts, WhatsApp forwards basically, uh, regarding the budget today. I could see many WhatsApp posts today wherein the content is exactly the same, only the sender name changes. So, for example, if I have received an entire budget discussion from, let us say, XYZ chartered accountant, I copy the entire same thing, and instead of writing XYZ chartered accountant at the end, I just replace it with C. Rachana Ranade, and then I'll forward it to everyone. So everyone will feel, wow, Rachana has made the analysis something different. But yes, so I got at least 4 or 5 forwards with different names, but exactly the same content, right? So what I have done is, of course, the budget was one of the longest speeches which was ever given on the budget. Uh, Today's budget was more than 2.5 hours. Uh, Towards the end, it was, I guess, Nirmala Sitaraman ji started feeling a little bit uneasy, and that's why she did not complete the whole thing, is what many of the viewers felt. But I think speaking for 2.5 hours continuously at the age of more than 60, standing and speaking such intense topic is not that easy. So that was like, I mean, pretty strong. Yes, I agree, Vamsi. Krunal is asking, ma'am, exactly what is the meaning of divestment? Of course, they have talked a lot about divestment in this budget as well. See, basically, divestment means that government sells its holding. So let's talk about a certain category of companies where government holds, let us say, 80% or 90% of the shares of some company, and they plan to sell their own shares to people like you and me. That's like divestment. In fact, that was one of my points. LIC, in which a major holding is by government. LIC ka, there's a great, great, great chance that in the coming financial year, LIC IPO will be coming up, and people like you and me will be more than happy to invest in the shares of this company, right? So that is the meaning of divestment. Uh, AJ is asking, ITC shares crashed. Yes. Yeah, do you know the reason why it happened? The reason was very simple. Excise duty on cigarettes, tobacco products was increased, and that was the simple reason why ITC saw a negative point. So, as I mentioned, I want to talk about 10 major points. So, one I just now talked, which was the increase in GST and other excise and all that, for especially I talked about tobacco and other products. So, that is why ITC gave a negative reaction for that. Mm, Welcome, Vinod. Demat and Britannia also crashed. What is the reason? Okay, Sandeep is asking this question: why Demat and Britannia crashed? Today, barring few companies, almost everything crashed. The reason was very simple, that uh, whatever generally people have as an expectation from the budget, if that is not met, then people start going into that negative phase. And once there is a panic, people without understanding the exact impacts, they just start on selling like anything. So today's selling, I may say, is more of a panic selling rather than fundamentals terribly changing in a single day. That does not happen. In fact, there were some points which were added. uh, okay, I'll come one by one. What are your views on tax slabs? Yes, so that's one more important thing that happened today. Of course, I've not by hearted the tax slabs, but I'll just quickly tell it to you. The tax slabs is something like this. If your income is below 5 lakhs, then your tax is completely exempt. 5 to 7.5 lakhs, you are taxed at the rate of 10%. 7.5 lakh to 10 lakhs will be taxed at the rate of 15%. Uh, 10 to 12 and a half is 25%, 12 and a half to 15 is 25%. above 15 is 13%. You can get this in any damn WhatsApp forward or Economic Times or any other app. You'll get this. Has it really impacted positively? It's a little bit dicey, I'll tell you, because what happened with this is that even though the tax slab has been changed, so let's understand, for a person like me, if I fall into the 30% tax slab, originally I was required to pay tax at the rate of 30% on any income which is above 10 lakhs. And now in this scenario, I'll have to pay 30% tax slab, 30% rate for any income above 15 lakhs. Okay, so technically speaking, for the additional 5 lakhs, in this case, I'll get that benefit where originally I was required to pay 30% only for income above 10 lakhs. Now I'll have to pay 30% for income above 15 lakhs. Agreed. But then the biggest problem is that if you opt for this scheme, you're not going to get any other separate deductions. And you might have seen what happened to insurance sector companies today. I'll just try to pull up few insurance companies shares stocks, what happened today. So I'm just opening one of the websites and I'm just checking out. Do you want me to tell about any insurance company right now? Any insurance stock you want to talk about? ICICI Prudential, someone is saying. HDFC Life. I'll just pull up HDFC Life on the screen. You might not be able to see my screen. I've not shared my screen right now. But I'll tell you, HDFC Life went down today by like 6%. If I talk about, someone talk about one more, SBI Life, no, I guess ICICI Prudential Life. We'll check that as well. ICICI Prudential Life. And here you can see ICICI Prudential Life is, oh my god, that's like 11.66% down. What is the reason? The reason is simple. If you opt for the new tax regime, you will not be able to claim any separate deductions under Chapter 6A, that is ATC and all that. So in that case, what will happen is that your insurance related benefits, that might perish. So it's a very tricky amendment that was brought up by the finance minister. So in fact, you'll have to check on a case to case basis. If your income is X, let's say if your income is like 15 lakhs a year, try to calculate your income tax under the old regime, try to calculate income tax under the new regime. And there might be certain tax levels, there might be certain income levels where the old tax regime suits you, and in certain cases, the new tax regime might suit you. So I feel that's like bundled up to be shown as a very good thing, but it's not such a good thing. Okay, be aware about this, because many people are just talking about, Areva, the tax slabs have increased. It's a very good sign. It's not that good sign, please understand. Because if you are going for the new tax regime, you're going to lose out on majority of the deductions that you would have claimed. I'm sure everyone knows about the 1,50,000 ka deductions. Okay, so that's a tricky part. Of course, we'll have to look into more details about the budget today. Only, of course, a detailed hardcore analysis, I don't think majority of us have done, because there'll be lots and lots of commentaries which generally come up after the budget, and then more and more views start becoming clearer. Of course, everyone knows that the moment the budget is introduced, do all the things become applicable immediately from the next day? No, not all things become applicable from the immediate next day. In fact, the Finance Act will be passed somewhere around in the month of June. So budget is just basically like a proposal, okay? And the act is finalized somewhere in the month of June. And then and only then, majority of these provisions which are discussed today in the budget will become finalized. So let's wait and see what all things are finalized at the finance budget. I can see many people asking about specific stocks. Wait, let me just see this. What are the next few points? One very good point for businessmen is tax audit limit. Persons like me, I'm very happy with this. The tax audit limit has been increased from 1 crore to 5 crores. So just in case, if there is any small businessman, small professional, small businessman, I can say, whose total turnover was more than 1 crore, originally you were required to get a tax audit done. But if your turnover is up to 5 crores, you need not get your tax audit done. Of course, there's one more point here, that your cash sale should not exceed 5% of your total turnover. So if you take my example, assume, I'm not saying it is, so assume that my turnover is 2 crores. Okay, just an assumption, right? Then in that case, earlier I was required to get a tax audit done. The moment I was required to get a tax audit done, of course, I have to pay the auditor's fees and all that. I have to do a lot of compliances. But now, if the limit has gone up to 5 crores, I'm definitely below that. So, in this case, I'm happy, right? So, one good point for small and medium sized businessmen. Okay. Next point is about DDT. DDT abolished. A good point for corporates. They are happy that DDT is abolished. People like you and me will be crying simultaneously. Why? Because DDT is abolished, is not gone for everyone. Then in that case, of course, it will become taxable in our hands. Okay, exactly at what rate is not what has been very clearly mentioned. We need to check a little bit more on how will it be taxed in the hands of the individuals. But definitely for corporates, DDT has been abolished. Okay. One more very important point which I found in the budget was the DICGC. I hope you know what is DICGC, Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation. That is increased from 1 lakh to 5 lakh. This comes in the light of the PMC fraud. I should not say fraud, maybe the PMC collapse, I can say, or the PMC bad thing which happened. Many investors who had deposited their money with PMC, they were very uncertain about their money which was deposited in PMC, and that was a time when many people said that why is the DICGC limit only till 1 lakh? It has been at the same level since so many years. Increase it further. Okay, so I'll just quickly tell you what is this DICGC, Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation. It means that if you have invested 1 lakh rupees in some XYZ bank, okay, let's say I've invested 1 lakh rupees in PMC bank, and tomorrow if something wrong happens with PMC bank, still me an as an investor, I am safe. Why? Because even if the bank collapses, my deposit up to rupees 1 lakh is insured. Okay. Now this 1 lakh rupees, is it, who is going to pay the insurance premium for that? It's actually banks who have to pay insurance premium for that. Is it mandatory for the bank to do so? Yes, it's mandatory. Now what has been done? This 1 lakh limit has been raised to 5 lakhs. Okay. Good for us, because what does it mean? If I am investing up to 5 lakh rupees in some bank, and if something goes wrong with the bank, can I say my money is safe? Absolutely yes. My money is absolutely safe. So I'm happy. Okay. On the reverse side, what happens is that banks have to pay more insurance premium. So not that good for the banks. Simultaneously, one sector can be a little bit happy. That could be the insurance sector, because they are going to get a little bit of higher premiums, but that's not going to be like sky high. Okay. So that was about your DICGC being raised from 1 lakh to 5 lakh. One more very important point I saw was 100 more airports to be developed. So watch out for infra stocks, mainly who are into construction of airports. So that will be one positive point. Let me talk about GDP now. GDP it's in a very bad state. It's almost at 6 years low right now. They're trying to make an effort, an attempt to boost up the spending by people like you and me, wherein she said that we will cut the tax rates. But the problem is that I don't feel that in the truest spirit the tax rates have been cut. Had it been something like this, that tax rates also cut and with the existing deductions, then I can say then in that case it could have been definitely much more beneficial, like people like you and me. And in that case my spending capacity could have increased. And if spending capacity would have increased, my demand would have increased. If my demand would have increased, then the companies would have manufactured more. Companies manufacturing more, sales might have increased. So it's a chain basically. So I'm a little bit skeptical on how much demand is going to really rise with this. Okay. Talking about other sectors, so I'll just quickly tell you the 10 points that I wanted to talk about. Number one is bad for companies like ITC, taxes raised on that, duties raised on that. Number two, GDP at 6 years low almost. Number three, tax rate cuts, but not absolute without, it's not like a very, very good thing, because your deductions are gone if you're using the new tax regime. Number four, DDT abolished. Number five, tax audit limit raised from 1 crore to 5 crore. Number six, 100 new airports to be developed. Number seven, DICGC raised from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. Sorry, from 1 lakhs to 5 lakhs. Number eight, LIC coming up with an IPO. Number nine, let me just pull up the chart of IRCTC as well. when I saw it in the morning, it had gone up, I guess, by some percentage. I don't remember exactly, but it had climbed up very nicely today. Oh, finally it has closed in red, but the high point that it saw today was 1,333, and it has closed at 1,190. Uh, I'll tell you why IRCTC jumped a lot today. Because the announcement which was made was that they are going to start 150 more passenger trains, and more than 10 Tejas type trains are going to be introduced. So with this Tejas type trains, what happens is that generally the ticket for such trains is pretty high, will be a good revenue generation for companies like IRCTC. So that would be a positive point for railways. Even 4 railway stations are going to come up for the redevelopment project. That was about the railway update. And the final 10th update for you all is the key sectors to benefit. What I thought was I just took a correlation between the government allocation towards a scheme and the sector to which it relates. So it could be Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana number 1. uh, the allocation for this yojana has increased. If you remember in yesterday's budget also I told this, that housing is one sector which they might give a good boost to, and they have increased the allocation for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Again, understand the basic thing. If Awas, that is housing, is given a boost, anything which is allied to housing is going to have a boost. Allied could be like paints, allied could be like cables, allied could be like housing finance. Okay, so try to think about allied sectors of housing is going to have a good boost. Number 2 is Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. With Gram Sadak Yojana, again, those companies who are into infrastructure, who are into rural development, that might see a good boost. Number 3 is Swasthya Suraksha Yojana, wherein healthcare has been health insurance or healthcare overall has been given a good boost. So I feel that health related sectors can see a positive impact. Okay. Well, these were the 10 points that I had taken out for a short discussion. It can go on and on and on. It was a 2.5 hours long budget discussion. I will definitely take more questions on this. Quickly, as of now, I'll take few questions. Otherwise, if you remember yesterday also, I told you that I would be making a separate Ask Rachana show, only budget special, which will be aired on this Wednesday. That'll be a pre-recorded session though. So let me take few questions. Today's session, just for your information, many of you might be wondering why am I not able to put the chat on. Today's live session is a members only post. So anyone can view my live stream, but if you were to ask questions, if you were to comment, then only members can comment in this. So it's a members only chat stream today. But others, don't get disappointed. You can put your comments, you can put your questions, and if they're really good, if I like them, I'll be answering these questions in my Ask Rachana show. Okay. So Ronak is asking, hello Rachana, I always miss your live chat. Is it you're here for the live chat, Ronak, today? I want to suggest Astral Polytechnic for your fundamental analysis. Also, has your view on Ujjivan changed? No, my view on Ujjivan has not yet changed. If time permits, I'll make a separate one on that as well. Why I took Ujjivan. My call on Ujjivan, by the way, was pure technical analysis call, not a fundamental base though. Solar, obviously, yes, a lot of positive impact can be seen in the solar sector. I'll be very frank with you all. I personally feel that analyzing stocks related to natural renewable resources is a very difficult task. Like companies like Suzlon, who are into windmills, or any other company who's into solar energy, actually analyzing their revenues is pretty tough. So it'll take a little bit more time for me to analyze these companies and put the analysis before you. So right now, I might not be able to give you a specific review on any companies which are related to solar. Okay, IRCTC should be a good one for the coming few years. Satish says, can we deposit 5 lakhs each in more than one account and still be insured of total amount? Satish, it's actually 5 lakh rupees per person. So what you may do in that case is invest 5 lakhs in your name, invest 5 lakhs in your spouse's name, invest 5 lakhs in your child's name or your relative whom you can trust, who will give you back your 5 lakh rupees. Okay, so That is how that 5 lakh DICGC will help you. Venkatesh, welcome to the membership. L&T, yes, L&T is should be a good one. L&T, I guess it corrected today. Let me just check it once. Larsen and Tubro, L&T. Yes, it's a big correction. It's almost a 6% correction. The RSI is almost at 39.69. Be careful on this stock. It is my all-time favorite stock, but right now it is seeming to be a little bit bearish. Wait and watch. Don't directly jump into this stock. Fundamentally a very good company, but technically showing some bearish signs right now. Murugan says I couldn't download your app. Maybe you don't have enough space in your mobile. Maybe try freeing up some space in your mobile. Okay. Well, I'll just take some chats which I missed, some initial chats maybe. Budget summary, Aniruddha, that's what I'm giving you, not the entire budget summary. I just talked about top 10. Which method of income tax is best if income is more than 20 lakh? You'll have to do a comparative. What I can do, I'll take that question. Who's that? Can we be able? I'll try to do this. I'll take 3 different scenarios. If income is exceeding 20 lakhs, if income is around 10 lakhs, and if income is in a lower amount. And in my coming Ask Rachana show on Wednesday, I'll show you how much tax would have been payable under the old scheme and how much new tax would be payable under the new scheme, so that it will be easy for you to compare as to which scheme you should opt in for. Okay, looking at your income. I take that as my homework. Okay, so for my Ask Rachana show, I'm taking down one question. So it will be tax computations. Right. Okay. Will we see Nifty below 10K on Monday? Wow, that's too tough to answer. Below 10K seems a little bit difficult, but I mean, you never know. Once selling starts, if panic button is hit, you can see a haywire thing happening. Fundamentally, nothing has, I mean, drastically changed as such. I know GDP is at all-time low, but yes, government is trying to make certain measures for that. I don't think it has to be a huge sell-off, is my opinion again. Let's see. Okay. Reliance stock, explain. What should I explain about Reliance stock? Oh my God, now the chats are going pretty fast. Do you have Telegram where we can get any update from you? I actually have a Telegram channel which a few of my students had asked me to prepare, had asked me to start. It's like way number of months ago. I have not put anything in that. I might start one though. Maybe in the month of March. I'm planning to start my Telegram channel only for stock market. I'll put it on the YouTube channel. Don't worry. But right now I don't have a Telegram channel as such. The next question is HDFC and is asked by Kamula Sekhar, HDFC. I feel that can be a good one. Let me just check what the chart shows right now. It's HDFC. Today, I guess all the big names are going to show a bearish pattern. HDFC, again, fundamentally a very good company. Right now looks like a bearish pattern, though immediately should not see a big reversal, ideally, as per the current charts. Okay. Please rate the budget, Amit Bafna. Well, that would be just my personal view, though. It's like a mixed. I'll give you a very politically correct answer. It's a mixed bag, right? It's kabhi khushi kabhi gum time budget. Few good points, few bad points. Not a mind-blowing budget for sure. Not a mind-blowing budget. And you could see the reaction immediately from the stock market. Can you please make session on stock lending and borrowing mechanism? That's a very interesting topic. Stock lending and borrowing mechanism. I'll definitely try to make one on this. Okay. Is Vedanta stock good for long-term investment? I'll tell you personally, Vedanta, the only problem I feel is with the management, uh, the Kane India deal and all that. There were some hiccups in the stock. So I'm not a big fan of Vedanta shares. So I don't find it fundamentally very good, average or below average maybe. Okay. Uh, budget is Nirmala Sita Maya market crash. Oh, okay. What's your opinion on Relaxo footwear? Why Relaxo footwear? I mean, 1 minute. Relaxo footwear. Mm-hmm. Relaxo footwear is showing a continuous uptrend right now. It's going into the higher highs and higher lows pattern. Is looking strong. Uh, I guess it published its earning today, maybe, or at least I can see that. No, no, maybe today or tomorrow. Maybe they are coming up with the earnings. So we need to check the results, and then I can comment. But technically, right now it's showing an uptrend pattern for relaxo footwear. Yes. Well, I'm a little bit tired today. I'm sorry I came late for the stream. I had forgotten that I had to attend a family function. I had told you yesterday only that I'll be coming live in the evening, but I had to go for a family function, and I came just like at 10. And I promised you that I'm going to do a live session. That's why I said that yes, I'll be coming. Oh wow, the number of concurrent viewers is 1599 and just slipped down to 98. Someone went off to sleep, I guess. Um, I guess I should be making a separate session only on stocks, maybe only technical analysis. People are just going crazy about technical analysis, I guess. Um, you were just asking me names of various companies. Dar, dar, dar. Okay. My God, it's moving too fast now. I will let me know your comments about a specific budget related query. Okay, Parsu Kanan, welcome to the membership. HDFC AMC, I guess many people have asked about HDFC AMC. Wait, HDFC, that'll be the last stock for the day that I'm pulling up on my charts. Corrected by almost quarter to 4% today. Um, oof, no, it's in the looks in the oh my God, looks in the pretty much bearish pattern right now. Doesn't make sense buying in uh, the near term at least. I'll tell you, whenever I see charts, technical charts, I generally use the setup of MACD, RSI, uh, moving averages, 5, 13, 26. Okay. If need be, my Fibonacci charts are also placed. So this is my typical trade setup, and in one more trade setup I also had Bollinger Bands. In that, with this current trade setup, HDFC AMC is not a good one to buy in immediately. Okay, but fundamentally I just love this stock, HDFC AMC. That's for sure. So for those again who want to know, fundamental analysis tells you which stock is good, and technical analysis tells you might be good, but is it a good time to buy or not? So HDFC AMC, I'm a big time fundamental fan for this stock. But if you are wanting to know my view on technical analysis for the same stock, I would say wait for the time being. Suman Mukherjee, welcome to the memberships. Uh, yeah, I guess that's it from my side. I'm a bit tired. But I hope you got to know a little bit about today's budget. Today being Saturday, I generally release a video on every Wednesday and Saturday, but this time I gave in a bonus, 2 live streams back to back, one on Friday, one on Saturday. And that is why today's video, Saturday video, I'm going to publish tomorrow. It's going to be a breakfast treat for you. So maybe in the morning tomorrow, around whatever 9, 10, the video will be released. Shall I disclose the topic? Do you want to know the topic for tomorrow? Just let me know. Yes, no. I'll just disclose the topic. Otherwise, it'll be like a surprise for you. Murugan again says I cannot download the app. Again, I'm telling you, maybe your mobile does not have that much space. Otherwise, it should not be a problem. Yes. Good. Who's that? Pushkar and Siddharth have used my Yas ka sign. Yeah, many people are using that Yas wala sign. Okay. If you remember, I had posted a video on CAGR. And when I posted the video on CAGR, there were so many people who had requested me that please do a video on XIRR and also try to compare CAGR versus XIRR. It is going to be very useful for you to analyze SIPs. Why I thought of releasing this video right now, post budget, I'll tell you, it's very, very important for you to know this reason. Please understand very carefully. Last 2 minutes for the live stream. Uh, in case of falling markets, what can be a simple solution? See, you cannot time the market perfectly. Okay, if you feel that okay, market has reached the bottom, you might invest. Market can go down further. If you feel that it's time to go up, it can still crash. No one can do a perfect bottom fishing. So whenever there is a volatility, the best thing to do is something like an SIP. Okay, so you invest every month. Even if the market is going down, you should not be worried about that because your investments are being done in the market at every different level. Okay, at different levels. So in case whenever there is a big volatility in the market, SIPs are something which can be of a good rescue for you. But then the big question is that how much actual returns are you getting on SIPs? If you want to calculate your returns on SIPs, CAGR can't be used. What can be used is IRR or XIRR, and exactly that is the topic for tomorrow, wherein you will understand for yourself how to calculate your returns on SIPs using XIRR. I've also taught that in Excel, so that will be easy for you to calculate your own returns. I hope you have enjoyed today's live stream. I tried to answer a lot of questions. I gave in my top 10 budget updates for you all. Of course, there were lots and lots and lots of more updates, but I just chose 10, and that's what I thought of talking about. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Isha says, I love the way you explain. Thanks, Isha. I just try to give my best explanation. I'm glad you all are liking it. Guys, members, before 15th of this month, you are going to get the first stock of the month analysis, wherein you are going to get a full-blown analysis on fundamental analysis of one stock and also technical analysis of the same stock. So hold your breath, you're going to get that before 15th of February. I hope many of you might have got the link for personal finance free lecture series today itself. Most of you might have got this. I've also put a 5% discount coupon code for my members, investor category, I guess, and pro investor category for all my courses. And there is no time limit for that. That's applicable for you throughout the year. There was a big confusion. People thought that this discount coupon code is applicable for membership. I can't give coupon codes for YouTube memberships. YouTube doesn't allow all this stuff. That's for my courses. Okay, so be aware about that. It's for the YouTube memberships, and it's for my courses and not YouTube memberships. Okay. If you haven't got mail, don't worry. You'll get that by tomorrow because we have a limit. I told you my memberships have already crossed 1,000. There's a limit how many emails we can send. Currently, I have a free version of emails. Sorry for that. I'm going to get a paid version soon. Okay, I have few paid accounts. So I have a restriction on how many mails I can send on a single day. Don't worry. If you have not got it, you will receive it by tomorrow. Okay, Santosh says, thanks for your inputs. You're doing a great job. Thanks, Santosh. Trying to give my best. Yeah, I guess everyone is saying thank you, thank you. A big thank you from my side. That's it from my side for the day. Good night. Enjoy. Keep learning. Jai Hind. Bye-bye.